back to my channel. I am Jill Baird. Welcome if you are new here for the first time. Today I have a strength accumulator workout. What an accumulator is it's a ladder workout. So we have 6 exercises. That's right, the entire workout is made up of only 6 exercises. The first round, we do exercise 1. The second round, we do exercise 1, and then we add an exercise 2. The third round, we do exercise 1, exercise 2, and we add an exercise 3, so on until we build up, climb the ladder to the 6th round. The 6th round, that exercise we only complete once. Now, of course, you could work your way back down the ladder and start with that 6th exercise, so you would get it in just as many times as the first exercise. But for the sake of time, we're not going to do that today. My goal is to get us in and out quickly. This entire workout will be completed in 17 minutes. It's total body, and the only equipment you need is 1 dumbbell. If you consider yourself an advanced exerciser, you're going to go for a heavier dumbbell. If you're a beginner, you're going to use a lighter dumbbell. And I will offer some modifications, some regressions and progressions throughout the workout, ways that you can make it uniquely yours by scaling back a bit or by taking it the next level. So you need to check in with yourself and be honest on where you need to be. I mean, yeah, we can always do every workout with a 5-pound dumbbell and just fly through it. But if you've been putting in the time and the effort and the consistency in making the progress, give yourself the gift of a heavier dumbbell, okay? Things to think about. The only equipment you need for this workout is a mat, because we will be down on our backs for some core. If you don't have a mat, you can use a towel, and 1 dumbbell. I am going to go ahead and pick up my dumbbell. I'm going to show us what exercise number 1 is. So this is the exercise that we will be doing most in the workout. And it's a curtsy lunge. So step 1 leg at a diagonal behind the other and front press the dumbbell down at the bottom. If you're a beginner, you're going to come down into your curtsy. You're going to hold the dumbbell in your chest. You're going to come up and you're going to front press the dumbbell when you're standing. Okay? I'm going to hit the timer. Gives us 3 seconds to get your life together and mentally prepare. Step back into that curtsy, front press, squeeze that front glute, come up, front press, squeeze the opposite glute, come up. And I think I forgot to mention, we're working in 35-second blocks, and we have 15 seconds in between exercises, which is kind of an unusual work-rest ratio, but by the end of this workout, you will greatly appreciate that 15-second break. Okay, so since we have to do that exercise again, because now we're adding a second exercise, which is going to be a lateral lunge with a halo, but first we do our curtsy. I'm going to start on the opposite side. So do your best to keep that front knee back behind those front toes. And then that back knee kind of just snuggles in behind the ankle of the front foot. And if you picked up a really heavy dumbbell and you're feeling like, I don't know about this, you know, you have the option to pick up a different dumbbell, right? Okay, lateral lunge halo. So I start at the center, step the left leg out, bring the dumbbell down, up and around the right shoulder, and then step out to the right. So go ahead and join me. And then the dumbbell moves opposite of the leg that's out. In that lunge, we're sitting low into that leg that's bent. So working core, shoulders, of course, the inner and the outer thigh. And then we're working in the transverse plane because we're crossing the midline of the body. Okay, so the next round we have those 2 exercises plus a step out squat, press center, step out to the other side, press center. So we're starting with our curtsy. Tuck that back knee behind the front heel. Oh, Fiona, what is it? You got a scratch? Got an itch to scratch? In case I neglected to introduce her, this is my senior citizen partner, Fiona. Oh, and here comes Charlie. Charlie's a youngin' at 9 years old. She's no spring chicken either. Fiona is 13, so she is the true old lady. All right, lateral lunge halo. And then our third exercise will be that side-to-side squat. So while this is straight strength, my heart rate is definitely climbing. These are compound moves, meaning multi-muscle, multi-joint. So that gets the heart rate elevated. And then anytime we lift overhead, press out in front, that also tends to bring the heart rate up. So while there is no jumping, you still are giving your cardiovascular system a nice workout. So bring that dumbbell to chest height. Remember, I'm going to step out to the right into a squat. Press through my heels, squeeze my glutes, come up to stand, and then come out to the left into that squat. So a way that you could make this harder, besides adding heavier weight, is adding a little hop to come into center, or coming up onto your tiptoes. And of course, you could go a little bit faster. And no matter who you are, you're working on good form. Because the point of working out is to continue being able to work out. Okay, on to our fourth round. And what that looks like, oh, Fiona, you're conveniently right in the way, is a plank pull under, so dumbbell to the opposite hip. But first, we have to do those curtsy lunges with that press and pull. Curtsy, press, and pull. So this exercise is also in our transverse plane, which means that we're crossing the midline of the body. So if you think of common exercises such as running, walking, squatting, lunging, they all happen in the coronal plane, right? Moving forward and back. And then we have the frontal plane, which is side to side, which would be like a traditional lateral lunge or side shuffles or side skates. But we bring it into the transverse plane by crossing the midline of the body. So my arms are crossing the midline of the body. So my legs are working side to side in that frontal plane, but by crossing the midline with my arms in the halo, I'm now working into my transverse plane. And you don't really need to know that. It is important in working out, though, to make sure that we are moving in more than one direction, right? We are three-dimensional movers, and our exercise should take place in all three planes, right? We don't want to only run. We don't want to only squat and lunge. Those are all very beneficial, important exercises that we should be doing, but we should also be incorporating movements that happen in other planes. Like this is a frontal plane movement. It's that moving away from the midline of the body. Make sure you're squeezing your glutes and pressing through your heels to come up. All right, plank pull under. If you're a beginner, you can do this on your hands and knees. as you pull the dumbbell from side to side. If you're advanced and you want to make it extra advanced, you're going to hover your knees and be in a bear plank and not rock your body from side to side as you pull the dumbbell under. And the closer to that back hip that you move it, the harder it is. Fiona, this is not the place for paw licking. All right, so we're going to be adding a fifth exercise, which will be a Russian twist. But first, we have to do all of the other exercises, beginning with the now well-known curtsy and front press. So glutes, hamstrings, inner thighs are getting a lot of love and attention on these first two exercises, well, the first three. And you might feel this tomorrow if you don't do, well, I guarantee you'll feel it tomorrow if you don't regularly do curtsy lunges. They really work these inner thighs, which is good. Those are good, strong support muscles, and we should work them. All right, lateral lunge with a halo. Exhaling to come up, inhaling to lower with control. And the key to the lowering part is that your chest needs to stay lifted. So if you have a word, so you had a name tag on, hello, my name is, and you were wearing that on your chest, you would be able to see it at all times. I'm not hiding that by, pressing my chest down to the floor. All right, lateral squat, center press. So adding the weight here in the squat makes our core have to turn on. And then the overhead press, in addition to working our chest, our arms, and our upper back, also recruits our core. Oh, Charlie. I don't know if you heard that grunt. We do not have a pet pot-bellied pig. It's Charlie. She's very vocal. Okay, plank pull under. I'm going to stay in high plank this time, but remember, you can always stay on your knees. So in that high plank, shoulders over wrists, butt squeezed, quads squeezed, legs are turned on, and we're working anti-rotation here by not allowing our hips to open side to side as we pull the dumbbell under and reduce our stability base to 3 limbs. If you want to get extra spicy, you can reduce it to 2 by lifting the opposite leg. So the leg from the side you're pulling. That's kind of spicy. All right. Russian twists. Beginners. Heels on the floor. If you're more advanced, you can hover your legs, but I don't want your legs like swaying from side to side. So anti-rotation again here. And I like to press my inner heels together and then think about my chest lifting up towards the ceiling, as if there were an imaginary string of sorts pulling my chest up towards the ceiling. So my core is really working here to keep my chest lifted and to keep my legs from rotating side to side. Okay, we have one more move. This is going to be our final round. We're going to lay on our backs. We're going to hold the dumbbell above our chest and we're going to do scissors with our feet. If you're a beginner, I have a modification. All right, final round of curtsy front press. I am using a lighter dumbbell than I would ordinarily use. I've filmed a lot of classes today. I'm getting ready to go on a trip, and I wanted to stay consistent with my content. So I planned ahead, and I got a lot of classes done. And this is the last one of the 6 that I filmed today. So I'm a little gassed, and I am listening to my body. I would probably use a 10 or a 12 ordinarily here, but you know, some days are different, and when I go back and do this workout again, I will definitely use a heavier dumbbell, and hopefully you repeat workouts. It's a great way to track progress. You know, you can take notes on the number of reps you got in during the interval or the weight that you used. These are all excellent ways to track progress in fitness that don't involve a scale or a number on a tag, because ultimately fitness is so much more. It is about staying healthy and being able to move and enjoy life well into our golden years, right? And not focusing on a scale or a size of the clothes, but focusing on reps and the weight of the dumbbells you're lifting. Those are all excellent ways to track fitness progress. So in these squats, make sure that your knees aren't caving in. And then hopefully you feel different when you do a workout for a second time. And of course, sometimes different doesn't mean you feel better. Okay, back to those plank pull-unders. You know, life is never, I don't know, life doesn't seem to try to make itself easier for us. So sleep quality, nutrition, stress levels, all play a role in everything we do. So managing stress, which oftentimes when we're stressed, we make poor nutrition choices, we miss out on sleep. Managing stress is generally the first step, and oftentimes exercise is a stress management. Mind-body movement like yoga is always something awesome to work into the schedule. Okay, we're coming into those Russian twists, and then we have our scissors. So remember, heels on the ground or heels elevated. Start with the dumbbell at your chest, and then twist your hands, not your entire chest. So I'm not turning to the side. I am using those obliques that I just used. Obliques are these muscles in the plank to move myself, to move the dumbbell from side to side. Make sure that those shoulders stay down and back in their sockets. And I'm going to have quite the sweat angel on my mat here when I lay down. If you're not sure what that means, imagine a snow angel, only your body's covered and drenched in sweat. Okay, so beginners. Arms are down by the sides, head is on the mat, and the legs are up higher in the air. If you're more advanced, you're going to almost be in a hollow hold of sorts, holding the dumbbell above your chest as you kick each foot over the other. I cannot tell you how happy I am that I made this the final move. This is good quality, total body movement here. But I think my abs might have just, I don't know, exploded if we made this like the third exercise. All right, bring the dumbbell down. Stretch your arms overhead. Stretch your toes forward. Take a nice deep breath in. Hug your knees into your chest, maybe rock side to side. And then if you'd like to join me for a quick stretch, extend your left leg as you hug your right knee in towards your chest. You can guide that right knee out and in towards the right armpit. And then take the right knee across to the left as you extend the right arm out for a gentle twist. I've got my Fiona support here. Hello, good girl. And then come back to center, hug both knees in, rock side to side, find that neutral spine. Hug the left knee in this time. Also, sorry for my voice, guys. I just got over having COVID. Boy, that was humbling. I am definitely feeling well. I put off exercise for about a week. Didn't film anything, which is another reason why I was trying to catch up on filming today. But yes, I feel so much better. Nothing like that illness to make you so grateful for your health. All right, hug your knees in, rock and roll the length of your spine. Come up to your knees, and then let's come into a downward facing dog. And then just go ahead and walk your hands back towards your feet and slowly come up to standing. So until the next time we see each other, friends, be good to yourself. Drink water, get sleep, do the best you can to manage your stress. Be good to those around you, and then look for the good in the world. And if you can't find it, it is out there, but if you can't find it, then it's on us to be the good that we want to find out there in the world, because it grows exponentially. All right, guys, stay safe. See you soon. Thanks for working out with me.